This is Zhovanka, a village in the shadow of the front line that divides Ukrainian government forces from Russian-backed separatists. Only those too old or too poor to leave remain. Shelling and sniper fire are a fact of daily life, in spite of the Minsk peace deal. We meet Yelena, a pensioner who's chosen to stay in her own home, alone and in spite of frequent shelling. She shows us where a shell ripped through the roof of her home. Another time, the artillery fire just missed.
2 shells landed in my front garden just under my windows. They destroyed my shed, blew my windows out, and on the other side of the street there were 11 craters. They were as big as I am.
Even buying essentials is now a struggle. Roads are barely passable and public transport has ground to a halt. Many here, including Yelena, are now dependent on outside help to get by. The nearest supermarket used to be in the nearby city of Horlivka, just a few kilometers down the road. A journey that once took a matter of minutes now involves hours of queuing and questioning. What was once just a checkpoint has become a de facto border crossing. The Minsk deal was supposed to help communities on both sides of the front line grow together again. Instead, the division looks more enduring than ever. Where the politicians have failed, hopes now rest on a UN peacekeeping mission, at least to enforce the ceasefire. But what do ordinary Ukrainians make of it all? We ask people on the streets of the capital, Kiev.
Peacekeepers will just freeze the situation as it is now. It's a step forward, but it's not going to resolve the overall problem.
Maybe peacekeepers won't help resolve the problem, but they might get things going.
I think peacekeepers will put an end to active fighting. But after that, it's back to the politicians to do their job.
Somewhere between hope and resignation. That's the mood here on the streets of Kiev, some 700 kilometers from the front line. Hope, on the one hand, that UN boots on the ground will be able to enforce the ceasefire, putting an end to civilian casualties. Resignation on the other about the chances of Kiev and Moscow reaching agreement on where and what UN peacekeepers will actually be able to do.